It's your G Twist P, aka Headhigh Simpson. And the one thing I want to come to y'all with is basically, I already, broke it down to y'all in part one. You know what I'm saying? These heinous acts that's been happening, the current events, Alton Sterling, you know what I'm saying? Then the five cops in Dallas. It's just like from just wrong. Everything is just like wrong. It's just like crazy. It's just looking wild crazy. And I was trying to in this video here re-mention the judge that was on Fox, because I had no choice but to watch Fox at the time when I was watching it, because I couldn't find CNN and I really wanted to see how CNN was covering these stories, but I had to watch this judge and she was going in, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm gonna say is the shooter who shot those five cops in Dallas, he threw his life away and hit random people. Is just as heinous as what happened to our young blacks like Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin. Because you just randomly just attack someone. We don't know if these cops are racist. I'm not backing it. I definitely know that there's a lot of pro-blacks and just regular black people that are not going to condole what happened. We would have loved to have heard that they were racist cops. That would have been lovely. To have been able to see five cops, you know what I'm saying, show them with their, pictures of them with their badge and blue outfit on, and then another picture of them at a KKK meeting. You know what I'm saying? That would have definitely sent the proper message. What this sent is that the black individuals who are a threat to blacks and whites have more power and access to doing damage to our people. And it's just like crazy. Like, why is it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, why has this got to be elemented? Because then now, the racist media, the media that enables the racist world to continue, they can use this and try to help oust out the wrong that's been being done to us for over 300 years. They can try. And that's the reality to it. That's why I feel like it's not good. It's no bueno, But in that same light, what I gotta say is if there's any more of you guys out there, please do your homework. Just don't go out there just on a mind level like, oh, I'm going to throw my life away and I'm just gonna shoot any white cop. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. If you're gonna waste your life, make it more meaningful. Catch these racist cops, because they don't deserve badges, and this U.S. system is not doing their best to keep racist cops from being on any force throughout the United States. But I guarantee you're a Black Panther or a Blood or a Crip, and they find out they got an idea, you are not gonna have a badge and a gun. And that's real. So for every good cop that's out there, we need them. I don't know if these cops are good cops or not, but the way it looks, it looks heinous. Doesn't make sense. It gives the racist media something to talk about. Like, I wasn't watching the news when what happened to Alton Stephen happened. I don't know. Alton Sterling, sorry. I don't know if they were covering that. But I do know that when those cops were eliminated, I know that that's when they started bringing this up, like making it look like a tit for tat. And this is the next thing. I'm glad that I had to redo this video over, because there was even the judge on Fox News. She was kind of even trying to come at Obama like. I mean, if you ask me, Obama kind of put in just about the same input that he put in when young blacks were killed or when unarmed blacks were killed. He put in almost the same input. He has a country to run, and he also has international responsibilities too. He cut that short just to come to Dallas for police officers. So to me, and he did the same thing when those young blacks were killed, in a sense. So for me, it's like he's doing the same thing that he was doing in both situations. So Obama's not at fault. You know what I mean? Obama didn't pick up no gun and shoot nobody. Obama didn't go to no pro-black organization or follow no pro-black organization to a peaceful rally and then decided to shoot people. Obama didn't do that, so I don't think that we should be throwing him out there like that. I felt that was unfair. How Obama was put out there like that. To me, Obama has been as fair as he can of a president that he could be. So, and I know there's a lot of pro-blacks that aren't too happy with Obama's performances, and there's tons of whites and racist whites that aren't happy with Obama's performance as a president. But I'm still proud and happy that we had got the opportunity to have a black president, which in my book makes me feel like there will be another black president. There will be another president that is not white. It will come, and that's real. I don't know what Hillary's input was on it. I don't know what Trump's input was on the situation, but at the end of the day, these things aren't really that important. What's important is that heinous acts were carried out and people lost their life. If these officers were people who were genuinely doing their job and were good cops, they did not deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And I have to say, even if Alton Sterling was resisting arrest, he did not deserve to get killed. There was protocols that could have been used to actually properly detain him, even if he was resisting arrest. For you to be an officer, well trained in arresting people, and at that an unarmed man, and for you to kill him just because he was resisting arrest, you shouldn't have a badge. Okay? Now, if he was white, they would have detained him the proper way. They would have used the protocols needed to arrest him, to get him to the bookings, to get him to jail and prison. I mean, there's in history where there has been white men with firearms running around shooting random people, and they still arrested him. They didn't kill him. So it's just like you can see the racism and how they treat us. I was also talking about how when we have issues in the Middle East, our government works with the international governments to go over into these countries and fight a war. Why do they do this? Because there's a multi-billion-dollar resource out there that they can get their hands on, if not full-term, temporarily. And that's what is really seen in my eyes. I don't know how much other people agree with me with this. But why is it that we have this as blacks being terrorized by racism in America, the same country that enslaved us, the same country that supposedly their forefathers left their countries so that they didn't have to deal with taxes and enslavement and etc., but only to bring us over here to enslave us to build this country. And no international government has came to our rescue. Okay? And reason being is because there's no multi-million or billion-dollar resource that flows through our communities for them to even want to save us. It's like money talk, bullshit walks, like for real. So the oppression that we live in and have to deal with, we're just going to have to deal with it. because no one's going to come to our rescue. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no resource to be taken over in our communities, in our social world, for any government, international government to overthrow the U.S. government and say, listen, you're doing things the wrong way with this race. Y'all been supposed to help us. Y'all been supposed to give us a 40 acres and a mule. They're not doing that because there's nothing in it for them. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you could go over to the Middle East and go and correct them about how they're dealing with their citizens. But it's because they have oil, they have gold, they have diamonds, they have resources that are that they can recycle into the multi-billion-dollar corporate world that makes it a benefit for them to come over there. They want to see conflicts in these countries with these resources so that they can go and intervene and get a piece of the pie. And it's just wild crazy. One of the things that I will say, the only multi-billion-dollar resource that's within the black community is incarcerating us. The U.S. government makes tons of money off of incarcerating us. And if we are looked at as victims and they put a stop to this racism and this oppression, that multi-billion-dollar business of incarcerating us will stop. And then they lose multi-millions and billions behind trying to save us. This is why they do what they do to us. This is why our educational systems in our community aren't up to par. Because they need for us to be dumbed down so that we don't see the obvious. What they're doing us is in plain sight. Just like the racists that are around us. They are hiding in plain sight so they can have a good view of our lifestyle and everything that we're doing so that they can have the opportunity to be a step ahead of monkey wrenching and sabotaging anything that we come up with that can get us out of the oppression. But I honestly feel that the laws that has been made internationally should have been intervened in how we are dealt with as blacks in America and made them give us our 40 acres and a mule. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. We need to start looking at the obvious, and that's real. It's not too much more I could say about this, but I mean, I'm the type of person, I beat a bush until it no longer stands if I have to. And I just want all of you pro-blacks and all of you black people to understand this. We need to get together. Stop the black on black crime. Stop it. Start protecting each other. Start communicating with each other properly. Because the same whites that will sit here and turn around and tell you they're not racist, they will enable the racist people to torment and oppress us for years to come. Okay? It's real like that. It's been done to me, and trust me, it has been done to us, and it will continue if we do not get together. We need to stop the black on black hatred towards each other and get together. Okay? We need to have all the good blacks together, and we need to get together so that we can build a larger count of good blacks that deserve better from this country. The same country that enslaved us for over 300 years. Okay? Alright? Lynched us. Raped and molested our women. And have not been held responsible for what they have done. But they can turn around and tell us that our lifestyle is wrong. Okay? But their corporate companies are the same companies that invest into the prisons as well as invest into the harmful entertainment that teaches our kids that being a threat is a good thing. Being gangster is a good thing. Just to keep us in jail. Just to keep that multi-billion-dollar business that the only thing that they hold valuable in our society. That's the only thing they hold valuable with us. We need other resources, and at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now, they say that black gold is oil, but in all actuality, black gold is the black people. It's the indigenous people. We are the black gold. We are the resource. This is why they brought us over here, enslaved us, and made us build this country. Because they know that out of all of these races out here, and I'm sorry to say, and I got to be real about it, is that we are a resource itself. Okay? We like air. We like water. Okay? We like soil. It's a necessity to survival. We've proved that. Okay? It's your G Twist P. Please circulate this video. Let it be known. Salute.